So, that Batwoman trailer has released, and pretty much everyone on the internet has already annihilated it.
Yeah, the fire rises.
I realize I'm beating the ghost of a dead horse at this point, but fuck it, I want my turn, so here we go. To attempt to keep this video more structured than my reaction to the It trailer, I'm going to borrow from my more successful peers and go scene by scene as I do my best to analyze and discuss this thing CW considers television. Let's begin.
Crows represent order, security, safety.
Actually, for centuries, crows have been believed to be a symbol of bad luck and death. And sometimes casual racism. But hey, kudos to you for taking the initiative to try and rebrand the public perception of crows. Keep up the good work, mate.
Batman gave up on us. The Bat's not coming back.
Whoa, what the fuck? He just gave up? What, did he pull a Dark Knight Rises and run off with Catwoman because fuck it if they got an untrained Robin to handle it? This is like Halo 5 where they tried to make it seem like Master Chief went AWOL and is now the antagonist of the Halo franchise. Except only someone with brain damage would believe that horse shit. I'd be shocked if he hasn't made an appearance before the end of this season. Although if he knows what's good for him, he'll stay the fuck away from Gotham until this show is dead and gone.
Something's up. Eyes everywhere.
What's up, Doc?
Hello, said Alice. Shall we believe the crows will protect us?
Alright, so for the only time in the trailer, I'm actually going to give a little bit of praise. So apparently this is supposed to be a character from the comics known as Alice or Red Alice, whom, to be fair, I don't really know much about. From what I gathered from the trailer and a quick trip to the wiki page, she seems to be some sort of crime lord whose gimmick is regurgitating quotes from Lewis Carroll's Alice in Wonderland. It's weird, and I kinda dig it. The actress, Rachel Skarsten, sorry if I butchered that, seems to look the part and has portrayed superhero characters in the past, so she does have some experience with handling this kind of material. I think her acting is kinda spotty, but she's decent in some scenes. She definitely seems like the only person here who isn't sleepwalking through their performance, and the only person who seems to be having any level of fun with the role. So good on her for attempting to give a respectable performance, although it's not like she has much competition.
Agent Morton, copy. Do you copy?
Sophie's missing. I thought you should know.
Ah yes, the main protagonist. Edgy, try-hard, and the perfect example of everything I hate about badly written female characters. She's got the same problem I have with Captain Marvel. It's like the director is just off camera telling them to put on their mean girl face. They are both trying so damn hard to make you, the viewer, believe that they are badasses. They are not allowed to be vulnerable or emotional for even a second, and because of that, they're simply less relatable to me. And gee willikers, does this girl pick some bad projects to star in. I'm not shocked the best role I've ever seen her in was John Wick Chapter 2. But that's probably due to the fact her character was a mute. Just saying, it's weird how her acting improves the less she speaks. But I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's continue, shall we?
Hey, Dad.
We're gonna find her.
Then let me help.
Bad idea.
I mean, those line readings.
Enhance. Dehance.
Where'd you get this? What happened to staying out of it?
Yeah, she's a stubborn vigilante who will not take advice or orders from anyone, especially friends and family members. This is lazy as fuck character development, where the writers couldn't be bothered to show this progression naturally through her actions, so they gotta spell it out for the audience. Because the last thing we want is for the audience to do something stupid like think for themselves. Also, side note, Dougray Scott's voice is giving me audio anesthesia. Holy shit. Somebody wake this man up.
What does it mean to you to play the first lesbian superhero? First lesbian superhero. First lesbian
there something you'd like to report to your squad?
I get that they're trying to bring attention to military discrimination of the LGBT community. A noble cause, to be sure. However, I can't help feeling like it's going to be done in the most clumsy and cheesy over-the-top manner possible. Besides, policies like don't ask, don't tell are a thing of the past, and in my eyes, it seems like gender equality has never been better, at least in America. But I'm not here to have a discussion about gender politics, so let me quit while I'm ahead.
We ran in with that proper backup.
I do not want her getting in the way.
Holy shit, guys. Okay, I'm being 100% serious when I say this might be the worst part of the trailer. Yes, really. All that female power rhetoric later in the trailer that people are understandably freaking out about, that ain't got nothing on this shitty editing and song choice in this scene. I'm not gonna sit on an ivory throne and pretend like I'm anywhere near a professional level editor. That being said, after editing for literally a decade now, I have picked up on the aspects of what makes a good trailer and what gets an audience pumped. Let me tell you, nothing makes me sigh in disgust faster than a badly choreographed fight scene. To explain what I mean, let's take a look at a trailer that builds anticipation properly. And since we are currently focusing on the Bat family, what better example than the most recent adaptation of the Big Bruiser himself? Make no mistake, I despise Batman v Superman. For all its problems, however, I think the marketing did its job in selling this movie to the public and getting butts in the theater. Now you look at Batman in that scene, and you can learn several things about him as a character and how he approaches combat situations. He uses stealth tactics to get the jump on them. He uses gadgets to disarm his opponents. He's using various hand-to-hand combat techniques to control the fight and brutally fuck his adversaries up. All of this lets you know that Batman has been fighting crime long enough to know that he has to dispatch his foes swiftly and efficiently, especially since he is still just a human who can sustain any number of injuries if he loses focus for even a millisecond. Now let's look at how Captain Bat Cringe handles her action scenes. Literally, the first scene is her getting ambushed in a hallway so narrow that she should absolutely be able to hear someone creeping up on her from behind. This scene is followed by some really undisciplined bob and weave move that should leave her wide open, followed by another awkward bob and weave to the opposite side. This is followed up by pretty much an onslaught of sloppy fight choreography where the camera is bouncing all over the place and sticking very close to the action to hide the fact that almost none of the punches are connecting. Also, the impact sound effects are all over the place, and you can tell the editors didn't put a whole lot of care into what sounds right for each scene. I mean, it's so bad you could literally go on YouTube right now and find impact sound effects that almost sound identical to these ones. I mean, wow. So fucking lazy. I realize the argument can be made that this is just a TV show, and therefore they don't have the budget for good choreography. But there are ways to be creative with your camera work and choreography so that it is at least entertaining. Play with the camera, cut frames on impact, anything to spice it up. I'm not expecting the show to be the next Daredevil of television in terms of good fight scenes. I'm just asking for a little effort in the way you choose to shoot the scenes. Because as it stands, these scenes are really bland and the choreography feels rushed. And to those people who are willing to give this editing a pass, I say, stop being complacent and demand more out of your entertainment. Because no matter how good you think something looks, it can always be improved.
Curiouser and curiouser.
What do you want?
I'm glad you asked that because I wanted to take this time to explain my evil plan.
I need you to send your father a message.
You're all I have left, Kate. And I don't want to lose you too.
I wonder how many bottles of alcohol Doug Ray Scott had to consume for them to get a performance out of him like this.
Who about giving us a big smile?
Also, that's a sweet touching moment and all, but I wouldn't worry about it too much, mate. Judging by the way this show plans to handle male characters, I'd be more worried about her losing you. Correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't Wayne Enterprises a massive billion-dollar organization? Are you seriously trying to tell me that because Bruce Wayne got Thanos snapped out of relevancy, that the entire organization is just no longer operational? I don't think that is how a business works, but okay, whatever. This is Captain Bat Cringe's world and we're all just living in it.
Wayne Security. You owe my boss a new door.
Your boss is my cousin.
Why is this buffoon even here? Don't get me wrong, I know why he's here. It's to protect the Batcave from intruders, yes. But he's just going to let Captain Bat Cringe walk right in because she's his cousin? No protocols for proving if she's worthy or deserving of the mantle, huh? Yes, I realize there is some passage of time in the next scene, but you are fooling yourself if you believe they are going to give a satisfying explanation for why he ends up giving her access. As a matter of fact, they pretty much give you the only explanation you are going to need for all the decisions made by Captain Bat Cringe in the very next scene.
You don't want to go to that. You were seriously not supposed to know what's down there.
So I have this thing with rolls?
Oh my god. Okay, listen. There is this clip on YouTube from an animated film called Batman Bad Blood that I recommend everyone check out if you want to get a good idea of what Batwoman is all about. It sets up her origin, gives her personality and depth, and explains her reason for donning the cape, all in 5 minutes. This show has some really great source material to pull from, but no, they're hell-bent on being original and unique. I guess we see how that turned out for you. I almost want to watch this show just to see what piss poor explanation they give for why he just left his suit and all his bat tech there with no real safeguards and then peaced out. Poor Batman. That genius level intellect just isn't what it used to be.
I need you to fix his suit.
The suit is literal perfection.
It will be. When it fits a woman.
I am sick to death of this trend where companies promote a product by stating it was created by a director who worked on X and Y. Just because someone created or worked on a project that was good in the past does not mean the current project will be of equal quality. All it does is make your show seem like it can't stand on its own without having to lean on the shoulders of greatness. It's cheap, it's pathetic. Please stop doing it.
Superhero landing! Yeah, that's really hard on your knees.
Totally impractical. They all do it.
I'm a woman! I'm a woman!
You're a female Bruce Wayne.
No. 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 No, 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 no.
Awesome. Hilarious. Handsome.
Oh great, just what this girl needs, a close family member pumping that ego full of unwarranted praise and admiration. No, sweetie, you are not anything resembling Mr. Wayne. You are not as smart as Batman. You are not as rich as Batman. And you certainly will never be anywhere near as talented as Batman. Behind all the stern and batarangs, you are just a little girl in a playsuit crying for mommy and daddy. And it'd be funny if it weren't so pathetic.
Get your finger out of my face!
you serious?
Okay, this is some blasphemous shit right here. Not only do they have the ovaries to shamelessly rip off Captain Marvel's marketing, which was universally panned as being equally as cheesy and dumb as the film itself, they doubled down and are taking pop shots at one of the best lines from The Dark Knight.
Because he's the hero Gotham deserves, but not the one it needs right now.
Please tell me I'm reading way too much into this, but I mean, the problem is I don't feel like I am. I feel like that is perfectly in line with this show's creators and their line of thinking. Fuck the patriarchy, fuck quality television, but most importantly,
fuck Batman.
Also, I don't know where this newfound fascination with hating on Batman is coming from, but I wish to God it would stop. No one will ever be a better Batman than Batman, so stop pretending like it's even in the realm of plausibility. Ugh. Congratulations, trailer. You broke my will to carry on with all of your stupid. We're almost done, so I might as well painfully crawl to the finish line.
Look, it's Batman!
I honestly busted out laughing the first time I watched this scene. There's nothing like bad line delivery from kids. That shit is like fuel for my soul. Also, she's doing a terrible job at being stealthy if fucking kids are spotting her. Your job is to be one with the night, not bask in the limelight, you tool.
They think I'm him.
And I seriously have no idea why. 3 separate shots of her attempting to look tough while gritting her teeth in clear view of the camera back to back. Do I even need to say more about the editing choices in this trailer?
I'm not about to let a man take credit for a woman's work.
Motherfucker, you are wearing Batman's suit! You're using Batman's suit, you're using Batman's persona, you're using Batman's gadgets in the Batcave, using Bruce Wayne Enterprises' freaking infrastructure, and you're like, I can't let a man take credit for this. What the fuck?
Couldn't have said it better myself, Rag Senpai.
You dare? You dare?
Dare to defy what? My expectations, logic, common sense, good taste? What an awful abstract tagline that doesn't clearly identify the meaning of your show at all. I mean, does anybody remember the first Alien film's tagline, which was simply, in space, no one can hear you scream? It was simple and to the point, it had multiple interpretations, and it was appropriate to the film audiences were getting ready to watch. Heck, I'd even take the Be the Batman marketing for Arkham Knight at this point. Yeah, that shit was blunt as an atom bomb, but the message is still clear, and when it comes to a tagline, clarity trumps cleverness every time. Okay, so if you were just gonna drastically alter the suit to your own preferences, why the fuck were you spitting all that dribble about perfecting the suit earlier? I'm not gonna rail on the suit's design because it is a pretty faithful recreation of the suit from the comics. However, personally I think the suit is just impractical. The reason Batman's suit is usually portrayed with more subdued colors was that it was designed for stealth or patrol. It allowed him to hide in the shadows and get the jump on his enemies, and it was used as a method of inspiring fear and superstition within the criminal underworld. When you throw red wigs into the mix, then the suit becomes a lot less intimidating, doesn't it? It's hard to take her seriously when she's wearing a suit whose main purpose seems to be for fashion. Congratulations, you've distinguished yourself from Batman in all the wrong ways. And like everything else in this trailer, you've missed the entire point of what makes the character of Batman unique. Clearly, the hero we don't deserve, and definitely do not need right now.
Ah, yes! I was wondering what would break first. Your spirit? Oh, your buddy!
I hope you all enjoyed this video. This is my first time writing a script for YouTube, so I'm sure there's plenty of room for improvement. Hopefully you found this video informative or at the very least entertaining. I realize I'm a day late and $1 short on getting this uploaded, but I really don't like to rush my content. I want it to be the best quality it can be, so I'd rather take my time so that you guys get the best quality content possible. I am definitely going to be doing more of these type of videos in the future, as it's something I've wanted to do on my channel for a while, and it allows me to talk about topics I'm passionate about that I would otherwise never be able to do due to my current channel's constraint. I have been watching great content creators like Jay Longbone and Rags for a while now, and they have really inspired me to get up off my ass and start making my voice heard. I'm still working on a Katana Zero review, and depending on how badly that live action Aladdin film is, I may be doing a very long critique of that as well. If you did like this video, consider subscribing, hit the little bell icon, share this video if you know anyone who might be interested, and please leave a comment letting me know your thoughts on the trailer, or if you just have any feedback that could make future content and the channel itself better. As always, thank you all for being awesome, and peace out.